Media Center in Philadelphia. It's time for New York Knicks basketball. Tonight, the Knickerbockers visit the Philadelphia 76ers. Second game of a back-to-back for the Knicks. Last night, they win at the buzzer as described by Gus Johnson.
Here in 7 to shoot. He's going to have to take it himself. Finds Thomas in the corner. Tim Thomas.
Another close game for the Knicks. They breathe a huge sigh of relief as they survive against the expansion Bobcats. But again, another one that goes down to the wire. Hello, everyone. Along with Walt, Clyde Frazier, Mike Breen on hand. Seems almost every game for the Knicks going down to the final minute and many times the final possession. This year, it's been unbelievable how many times that's happened. As right now, the Knicks are tied for first in the NBA in games decided by 6 points or less. Last night, just another example. You see the Knicks, though, have been on the wrong side in the majority of the games. Last year, it was a strength of the team. This year, the luck has not bounced their way often. Sometimes it's because of injury. Sometimes it's just because of poor execution down the stretch of these close games. Coach Herb Williams talked about some of the important things needed in the close games to get the win.
One thing you have to do under pressure is always attack. The minute you stop attacking and then you get on your heels, you get tentative, so you don't take the first open shot. You may pass up that second open shot, but at the end, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough because then the defense starts to squeeze you, and you got the ball in the guy's hands, and he has to go one-on-one. So you always have to attack. The first good shots you get, you probably got to take it.
Well, the Knicks certainly have a lot of experience this year in those close games. Clyde, for you, what are the most important ingredients in those close games to come out with victories?
Well, first of all, you need confidence. You got to believe. You have to have execution, and that's what the Knicks have been lacking in those games. They've had the lead ball, but they have not been able to finish. So I think when you lose so many close games, folks, you start thinking negatively, like how are we going to lose this game, rather than positively, like how are we going to win the game. So finally getting a break last night, which they needed, and so I think that's going to carry over into this game. So winning is contagious, so look for the Knicks to show a different composure tonight against the Sixers.
Meanwhile, one other Knick note, Jamal Crawford, who had 23 in the game last night, back in the starting lineup tonight against Philly. Now here in Philadelphia, the 76ers and their fans still buzzing over what happened on Saturday when Allen Iverson exploded for a career-high 60 points. Clyde Iverson, he's going to be 30 by the end of this year. He's now in his 9th year, but he is still attacking the basket without any fear.
Yep, reckless abandon, invincible, indefensible these days is Allen Iverson. He's had two back-to-back 50-point games this season before the 60-point eruption. But what's amazing, folks, this man is listed as 6 feet. Maybe he's 5'10", and how fearless he is in going to the basket. He has all the offensive move. He's led the league in scoring 3 times. He's been the MVP, so he's done it all. He has it all. Just lacking the championship right now. But Allen Iverson, obviously one of the candidates for MVP thus far this season, and he must be contained tonight, as he will be looking to erupt as well against Stephon. They always have a dramatic confrontation in the backcourt.
He received a lot of standing ovations on Saturday, which ironically was the first sellout of the season at home for the 76ers, and it was also the second game of a back-to-back. They played in Toronto the night before, and you see the free throws, 27 free throw attempts, which is his career high for a game. Meanwhile, he's got some help. Kyle Korver, the second-year swingman from Creighton, only behind Quentin Richardson in three-point field goals made and attempted this year. He's becoming one of the best young shooters in the NBA from three-point range. So it's the Knicks and Sixers' third meeting. Knicks have won twice already, including here in December when they overcame a 19-point fourth-quarter deficit. They'll try and make it 3 straight over the Sixers coming up. Starting lineups and opening tip when we return.
In 1876, my great-great-grandfather, Adolphus Busch, started brewing a handcrafted beer right here in St. Louis called Budweiser. And that recipe of ingredients is the same today as it was when it was founded over 125 years ago. I think tradition is a very, very important thing because there are certain values like quality and integrity that really should never change. Budweiser started as a great beer and is still that same great beer today.
Your call is important to us. Please continue to hold.
All I want you to do for me, give it to me when you get me. Hello? Hi.
My life's about dancing to my own tune. My American Express card always backs me up.
Great job on that presentation today.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
It's as driven as you are. The new redesigned Camry XLE. Now that's moving you forward.
I've put a lot of hard work into my home. Every day there's another thing that needs to be fixed, added onto, or updated. But one thing I've taken care of, how it's all paid for.
Call Champion Mortgage at 1-800-CHAMPION for customized home equity loans and refinancing solutions.
Hey, home equity loan and refinancing rates are still incredibly low. If you have a mortgage, a credit card, or any loan above this rate, call Champion Mortgage and save.
Don't miss out. Whatever your financial situation, call 1-800-CHAMPION before rates go up.
New York Knicks basketball is brought to you by Budweiser. Grab a cold, fresh Budweiser. It's game time. By Continental Airlines, official airline of the New York Knicks. Continental Airlines. Work hard. Fly right. By American Express, official card of the NBA. And by Jeep, trail-rated capability only in a Jeep 4x4.
Phil Daughtry at the MSG Sports Desk. After Monday's meetings with a federal mediator, the NHL and its Players Association are reportedly still talking. The two sides said to be meeting at an undisclosed location in a last-ditch effort to try and save their season. TSN in Canada also reporting tonight that Commissioner Gary Bettman and Union Chief Bob Goodenow were not at Sunday's meeting with the federal mediator. The NHL reportedly has scheduled a news conference for some time on Wednesday. To a much more pleasant topic, Major League Baseball and some of those New York Yankees seen in Tampa today. Pitchers and catchers aren't due to report to Legends Field until tomorrow, but on Monday, several veterans working down the block at the minor league facility. Derek Jeter returning Tino Martinez, Jorge Posada, and the new guy, Carl Pavano, all working out. And as you might expect, much of their comments focusing on the steroid situation, but Tino, he had some thoughts on his former teammate and now famous author, Jose Canseco.
I don't know Canseco that well. He played on our team for a little while, and what his situation is off the field right now. But I didn't think it was the right thing to do to a lot of guys he played with and you know tried to win games with. It's a tough thing for them to deal with now. The guys, just names that are mentioned, whether they're guilty or not, are going to have to answer questions in spring training and always have doubts as well.
Jeff Garcia is looking for a job. He was released Monday by the Cleveland Browns. The team cutting ties to the three-time Pro Bowl quarterback after one season and with 3 years left on his contract. Garcia signed a 4-year, $25 million free agent deal with the Browns just last March after spending 5 seasons with the San Francisco 49ers. A compelling story later on tonight on Sports Desk. Hofstra wrestling coach Tom Ryan has built the Pride into a force to be reckoned with nationally while enduring a personal situation that would be difficult, if not impossible, for any of us to bear. One of the more compelling reasons to watch Sports Desk tonight after Knicks basketball.
First day. Nervous? Want me to drop you off here so you can walk up?
No, we can pour it up.
Sure you're gonna be all right?
Should be. Bye, honey. What's up?
Nice ride.
Just stick with me, kid. I know this town like the back of my hand. Hey, that's new.
From the creators of Ice Age. They're well built.
Oh, dear.
I'll get them.
Oh, look at that. Oh, now they're arm wrestling.
Well maintained.
This is my 3rd oil change today. Something's wrong with me.
And they're fighting back.
We're here to save you! How do you think it's going so far?
Robots.
Who are these losers?
We, sir.
I'm a woman. Ouch.
Rated PG. March 11th, only in theaters.
Right now, we have to get to our traffic report. Let's do that. How about that traffic report?
Traffic is horrible this morning. I get the feeling.
People are trying to get to work this morning.
Speaking of
Introducing the Acura RL with the first real-time traffic monitoring system through AcuraLink. It can help you find an open road. And with 300 horsepower and the world's most advanced all-wheel drive, it knows what to do when it gets there.
We're really trying to get you to traffic.
Oh, you know what? My mother forced me to take that in.
The all-new Acura RL.
It's the President Celebration event at your Chrysler dealer, where for a limited time, get a great deal on Chrysler Pacifica with a 5-star frontal crash test rating, including 0+, 0% financing plus $2,500 in bonus cash. Or qualified buyers can get a 2005 Pacifica Touring all-wheel drive for $299 a month for 39 months. This President Celebration event ends February 28th, so visit your Chrysler dealer today.
Back in the Wachovia Center in Philadelphia, where the Knicks had one of their more stirring comebacks. 19 down in the fourth, came back and beat the Sixers in December. There's their starting lineup. Corliss Williamson starting. Kenny Thomas, by the way, is out with a back problem. He's not playing. Samuel Delembert with Kyle Korver, Iverson, and the rookie, Andre Iguodala, starting for Jim O'Brien. And for the Knicks, Nazr Mohammed in the starting lineup, despite the strained groin, with Tim and Kurt Thomas, Marbury, and Crawford for Herb Williams. And Clyde, lots of times players get banged up, especially when your team's in a rough stretch in a losing situation. And lots of times the mindset, I'm going to sit down and rest, wait till this gets better. In a lot of ways, Nazr Mohammed should not be playing. This strained groin has him severely limited, but he is doing everything he can to play in the last several games. He says he'll get his rest during the All-Star break. And the quote that he said was, you can either sit or fight. And the way our team's playing right now, I want to fight, and he's out there playing despite not being or being far from 100%.
Well, Nazr has the heart of a champion, 2 NCAA championships at Kentucky, so he knows all about winning. Also understands adversity, and realizing now the team is on a lot of adversity, so he has to be out there to try to propel them.
In the last couple of games, when he's out, he's riding a stationary bike. As Bob Delaney, the crew chief, with Tony Brothers and Jason Phillips. We're set to go. Samuel Delembert, a former Seton Hall product. And Mohammed at center.
And that might not be a good sign, folks. You saw Mohammed did not jump right there. So Delembert, no problem with the tap.
Thomas on the rookie, Iguodala. There's Korver. Crawford's going to have to play up on him tonight because Korver's got terrific range. Iverson quickly in the paint and already his first bucket.
And you saw Iverson using the left hand with the scoop.
Coming off that 60-point explosion against Orlando.
And Stephon has also been on an offensive spree, scoring spree as well.
Marbury gets inside himself.
And he with the left hand, but misfired.
Now, he just would have laid it in, but he kind of tried a little flip shot, and that put too much spin on the ball. There's Korver, and there's the three. And Tim Thomas the rebound. 76ers have been scoring a lot of points this year. Getting over the 100-point mark quite a bit. In fact, 24 times this year they've been over 100 points. Last year they only did it 11 times the whole season. So Jim O'Brien has them looking to push the ball more. That's a three from Thomas.
That's a little deja vu.
This one does not get the fortunate bounce. What was amazing about that play, Clyde, is Iverson lost the ball. Good help defense from Kurt Thomas. Was the crowd reaction when it first went up in the air. Oh, and then all of a sudden they cheer when it comes down. Marbury kicks it out, and Thomas knocks down the two-pointer.
So you mentioned that high scoring. The Sixers, most teams that score a lot, they also give up a lot of points. So the Knicks can score on them as well.
Iverson just walked it across the half-court mark. He was at the 7-second point. It's an 8-second violation. He's upset. He felt he got hit on the left hand last time down the floor. Kurt Thomas with the block shot.
And he averages 1 per game, does Kurt. Speed on speed, Stephon along the sideline.
Crawford for 3. And Jamal Crawford knocks down the three-pointer. And the Knicks with a 5-2 lead.
And that's a good sign for Crawford early on. He still has the confidence that he had last night with a good shooting performance.
Iverson's mad already. He felt Marbury pushed him off on that last play, and he felt he was fouled. Williamson goes stripped by Kurt Thomas. Williamson gets it back, and there's a foul. Thomas had 2 steals and a block. That time Williamson recovered nicely.
What a fortuitous bounce as Kurt stripped the ball. Williamson going to the basket. It bounced right back to him. Watch the luck of Williamson. There's the strip, and then he comes right down. There's the ball. Kurt in the air, and he's charged with the foul.
So Corliss Williamson in his first year with Philly. Last year won a championship with Detroit. And he was very upset when he was traded. Traded in the Derek Coleman deal. Said at first extremely mad. He liked where he was, but he's really turned things around in terms of his mental approach. Says he loves his new teammates, loves it here in Philly, and is enjoying playing in Philly.
And to me, the Sixers, the Pistons are not as good a team as without he and Okor. That's why I think the Pistons are having their troubles this season.
Yep, they miss Mike James as well. Meanwhile, Herb Williams just called over to Allen Iverson, I think just to congratulate him on a 60-point game. And Williamson knocking down a free throw. That's just a couple of seconds ago. Calling out. Nice display of sportsmanship. Herb Williams knows how difficult it is to score 60 in a game. Iguodala, a very good defensive player, is on Crawford. He's got good size as well. Crawford, little shake and bake move.
Also, Mike, there are not a lot of coaches that would have done just what Herb did. Guy has no ego.
Absolutely, Clyde.
that's indicative of folks. Most coaches would not do that.
Williamson can't connect. Dallenberg lost it. And Crawford trying to track it, but throws it right to Williamson. And then Williamson puts it in.
Ill-advised play by Crawford. You like the hustle, but not the pass to make in that scenario.
You know what, though, about Herb Williams, Clyde? Didn't have an ego as a player. Just a real pro in every way he's approached the game. As a player, as an assistant coach, and now as a head coach.
Sixers with good intensity on the defense now.
Kurt Thomas left open. And Muhammad can't get the rebound. Korver tracks it down. Puts it right into the hands of Iverson, who has moved back to the point guard spot this year by Jim O'Brien. Drives underneath, scoop layup, can't go. And Nazr Muhammad the rebound.
More complaints by Iverson. That time just missed an easy opportunity.
He's yelling at Tony Brothers on the way down the floor.
Good dishing here by the Knicks and the swish by Kurt.
Talk about a delayed trailer play.
So the Knicks seem to be up for the task. Very cohesive on the offense.
When you play Iverson, as he just blows by, Kurt Thomas upset. He's coming out to talk about Jason Phillips. That's going to be his second foul. He's going to have to come out of the game.
And Williamson just hurt his back, so he's coming out of the game. Very pugnacious Iverson now. And this was a good dishing by the Knicks. Right here to Kurt Thomas, 20 feet away, right at the top of the key.
Kurt Thomas didn't like that call, but he clearly pushed off on that play. I don't know if anything happened before that he was complaining about. Now Mark Jackson in the game. Jackson steps back, not a good shot. And Nazr Muhammad able to corral the rebound.
Obviously, whenever Kurt leaves the game, it's a tremendous loss for the Knicks because of his versatility.
Mainly for his defense. Muhammad, guys inside, tried to force it. Sweetney's in for Kurt Thomas, and Sweetney hammered. And he'll go to the free throw line once again, which is what he does best, as Mark Jackson called for the foul. Nope, they call it on Korver, excuse me. And there you see Sweetney. Free throws last couple of games 18 times. Now you look, 9 free throw attempts for 48 minutes. Of all the bench players in the NBA, he gets to the line the 4th most in terms of frequency. Obviously, he doesn't play big minutes, so he's not amongst the NBA leaders. But in terms of per 48 minutes, if he received more playing time, he'd be amongst the leaders in free throw attempted.
Yep, he thrives in the paint, really asserts himself underneath.
Of course, free throw shooting has been a roller coaster ride lately for the Knicks. It helped win the game last night when they were 26 of 28. They had struggled in some prior games as Iverson shot won't go. To Thomas the rebound. Nice quick outlet. The Sixers are back on D. Crawford, good hard drive, can't finish. Muhammad keeps it alive. Last touch by Iverson. It should be Nick Ball, and it is.
Iverson having a rough night. Got hit in the face by Dellenberg at that time. And Crawford in a hurry, knowing that he can elude Carver. Misfires, though, and there's a collision by Iverson and his teammate. The Knicks have it underneath.
He's upset. He felt he was fouled, but as you said, Clyde, it was his own teammate that did that, and a moving pick on Sweetney.
Chronic problems for Sweetney. Kurt Thomas moving screens. Must be stationary on that play, so he's charged with his first foul.
So the Knicks with their second team foul. So that one doesn't count as a team foul. First on Sweetney, but they have two. The Sixers with one. Played about 5 minutes.
Iverson very offensive minded.
And he stepped out of bounds.
Iverson turnover prone, folks. Remember one game against the Knicks, he had 9 turnovers.
For the season, he's averaging just under 4. So that's about a norm for him. Guy handles the ball.
Go with 7 assists.
Yeah. He's in the top 10 in assists and scoring. That doesn't happen very often, although 3 guys are in that this year. Marbury, nice move inside. And a soft floater. The other 2 are LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, but that's a rarity. Marbury did it once in his career. Gary Payton to be in the top 10 in scoring and assists.
Post up, Jamal!
Corver looking to post up Crawford.
Not his forte. Close.
As you can see by that shot.
He's 6'7", but just practices the 3-point shot.
His strength is facing the basket, spotting up for threes. Iverson goes for the steal. Marbury gets inside. It's been a physical start. Sweetney knocks it down.
Sweetney improving facing the basket, folks. He's obviously more comfortable with his back to the basket, but now thriving facing the basket.
Poor transition defense. It's very difficult to guard Allen Iverson, but Stephon Marbury has to make him work harder than that.
Yep, Steph is looking for help. There's no help coming.
Thomas for 3, and Tim Thomas knocks it down. Knicks 2 of 3 from downtown.
Somewhat of a homecoming for Tim. Played collegiately at Villanova. 1 season there before turning pro.
And Jim O'Brien not happy with the start for his team defensively, as the Knicks open up shooting 54% from the field. And Tim Thomas showing some life here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Stephon breaking down the defense. Tim, the recipient from downtown.
High school hoops fans, catch tomorrow's superstars today. Get the complete Tri-State rundown with Mike Quick and Max Preps High School Weekly, only on MSG Network.
I feel I'm entitled to inadequate computer virus protection.
I'd like a virus that makes my computer freeze up like a banana daiquiri.
Incomplete virus protection totally rocks.
Millions of Americans are just asking for a computer virus because they're not nearly as protected as they think they are.
My computer's only half protected. But then I live for danger.
That's why America Online now gives our members virus protection that works for your whole computer, not just email. Absolutely free.
That's nice.
Want a better internet? You belong at America Online.
I love you. Meet me tomorrow in the park.
Matthew's girlfriend disappeared.
She wouldn't have left without an explanation.
And the stranger he's discovered
My friend Elisa's.
I'm Lisa.
will take him down a dangerous path.
She had the same name. It's so creepy. You don't know the whole story.
What are you doing here?
Watching you sleep.
Discover where obsession leads.
Love makes you do crazy things.
Josh Hartnett, Wicker Park.
Tune to channel 125 and above and order it with your remote on DirecTV pay-per-view.
Game's on.
Just listen to your Dell, man.
Let me just see the remote. That's not.
Get the silver key! Ah, it's silver key!
Wow, that was the shot of the game.
Oh, that's just great. Now is the perfect time to get great Dell gear, like this Dell HD Plasma TV for just $31.99 after $300 mail-in rebate. Plus, get a free Samsung DVD player. Dell Pocket DJs are just $199. Plus, get free shipping and lots of other great Dell deals. Just call or go online now. Get more out of now.
Work.
Atlantic Pack ticket plans now available for prices starting at $160. See the Knicks take on the division rivals. Get free food, free gear, free Knicks yearbook, and an autograph from John Starks. Call the Knicks season subscription department right now at 877-NYK. They're just playing Barry White on the speaker, Clyde. It's the only arena in the NBA that plays Barry White. That's why you love it down here. Iverson, shot won't go. Defended well. Sweetney, quick outlet. Marbury now with Iguodala on him. And Iguodala is going to be a good defender. Crawford tried to force it.
Iverson releases. They have numbers.
Alley-oop goes. And the rookie with the finish. The kid from Arizona, is 21 years old, gets a nice feed from Iverson.
Yeah, Iguodala, 2 seasons he's played at Arizona before turning pro. And started the season right away, so he has good potential.
Thomas against Korver. Thomas can post up. We've seen him that time in and out. And Samuel Dalembert the rebound.
Sixers getting a little momentum now.
So playing Dalembert and Jackson at the same time, you don't really see that. Iverson stripped again. He's furious again. He's argued almost every call. Crawford, nice feed. And Marbury with the finish.
And a good push by Crawford. Very speedy backcourt combination that time, paying off for Stephon.
The Knicks down by 8. Knicks have done a good job. They're playing Iverson in a physical way, and the refs are letting him call it. Jackson knocks it down. You know, Clyde, we talk about the officiating crew. Bob Delaney's the crew chief, and he's the veteran. He's a guy that's been around a long time and sets the tone. It's in his 18th year. He's one of those officials that lets them play a lot more than others, and as a player, you need to adjust to that.
Yep, because the whistle, if it's a quick whistle, you have to lay off. And as you mentioned now, there can be a little more physical. Iverson not liking it, though.
Thomas can't connect. Knicks with a 6-point lead. Iverson, quick move, shot won't go, tipped up and in. They give it to Iverson. Apparently he wasn't tipped.
And good thing that it wasn't. It would have been a goaltend by Jackson, so he laid off at the right time.
And a technical foul. He's been arguing right from the opening tip. And he's still yelling at Bob Delaney. Delaney also, not only is he one of the better officials and lets guys play, but he also does not take a lot of stuff from players. And Iverson has to be careful. Mark Jackson, you see, trying to stay in between Delaney and Iverson. That's a smart move from Jackson.
I would not like to see Iverson thrown out of the game tonight. There'd be a riot in this place.
Coming off a 60-point game, Marbury misses.
Let's see why Iverson is so pugnacious. Right there, he thought he was fouled, and this manifested into a hoop for Stephon in transition. So Iverson showing his disdain for the lack of calls now.
You're an official, you get your second technical, you're automatically thrown out. An official can throw you out on the first technical if he deems it's unsportsmanlike enough. Meanwhile, Sixers back within 4.
Now Iverson tightening up his D on Stephon.
Good help defense from Dalembert. Crawford on the drive, stripped to the ball. Sweetney across the lane. Nice up and under move from Sweetney, but he can't finish. Jerome Williams with a rebound.
And Warriors are everywhere tonight.
Williams played with Iverson for a couple of years. That's not the shot he normally takes. Although he had one of his best games of the season here, Clyde, when the Knicks came back. Williams was the key as Sweetney picks up his second foul.
Iverson is just gung-ho right now, going to challenge the officials to make calls against the Knicks. Every time down, he's penetrating inside.
He's even arguing this call because he felt it should have been in the act of shooting.
See, right now he's forcing the action, trying to anticipate calls, and he gets this one, but it's not shooting.
Now, he obviously threw it up at the basket after he felt the contact. Nice move that time.
At the top of the show, we featured Iverson and his tenacity for a man that's perhaps 5'10". Look at the aggression that he attacks the basket.
He's certainly one of the toughest players I've ever seen play in this league. Marbury, nice move inside.
Stephon, of course, renowned for his physical play as well, but he's 6'2", 185. Iverson's just maybe 5'11", 165.
So 2 point guards who can take the ball to the basket as well as anybody in the league. Iguodala.
Jackson, a good perimeter shooter at 6'10".
That's a little further out than he normally shoots. Here's a guy who was born and raised in Philly, went to Roman Catholic High School, and always said it was a dream for him to come and play in Philadelphia. This is his second year. Last year he was banged up almost the entire season. Marbury and a reach-in foul on Dalembert. Sixers continue to argue.
And Stephon continues to break down their defense, getting tangible results.
The New York Knicks look better than ever in high definition on MSG Network powered by Panasonic. See the crystal clear difference of Knicks basketball and HD TV. The difference is widescreen coverage of all the dazzling game action. The sharpest images, along with Dolby Digital sound. See more of the game like you've never seen it before. Join the high-def revolution for a breathtaking home viewing experience. The Knicks on MSG Network in stunning high definition. Available on IO Digital cable service from Cablevision.
Right now, we have to get to our traffic report. Let's do that. How about that traffic report?
Traffic is horrible this morning. I get the feeling.
People are trying to get to work this morning.
Speaking of
Introducing the Acura RL with the first real-time traffic monitoring system through AccuraLink. It can help you find an open road. And with 300 horsepower and the world's most advanced all-wheel drive, it knows what to do when it gets there.
We're really trying to get you to traffic.
Oh, you know what? My mother forced me to take that in.
The all-new Acura RL.
Back in Philadelphia, she has her Valentine's Day outfit on. As we remind you, Anheuser-Busch salutes parents who talk to their kids about drinking. Responsibility matters. 2:06 left in the first. Knicks up 2. Remember, Knicks came back from 19 down in the fourth quarter last time they played here, mainly because of Jerome Williams.
And the Junkyard Dog, renowned for his hustle. Right there showing his stuff. Harassing defense, coming up with steals. And always effervescent going to the glass along the baseline with the nasty stuff.
Williams was superb that night in leading that comeback. He with the 13 points, 9 rebounds, and the 4 steals. Just so much energy he brought. Shot clock down to 7. Tim Thomas.
We're looking to exploit Carver, but he did a good job that time.
Crawford. Yeah, that's not a great shot in that possession. Knicks with a 2-point lead. Reach and foul. Marbury picks it up. So first on Marbury.
Knicks' biggest lead has been 8 points. So Iverson has been complaining early on in the game for a lack of calls by the official. Has a technical.
Penny Hardaway, who was not feeling well earlier today. Kind of a stomach bug, checks in. And Crawford sits down. Crawford 1 of 4 to start.
Hardaway has been extraordinary with his shooting since returning from his injury. He's very accurate with the jumper.
Iverson, oh, what a beautiful move. Split 2 defenders, up and in.
Yeah, Matador D that time by the Knicks, just waving at him.
Again, he's as tough as anybody to keep in front of you, but you have to make it difficult for him. Marbury inside of Vin Baker. Thomas spots up and can't hit the 3.
Iverson needs help. Again, he slices between a couple of Knicks.
Dallenberg comes up short, and Jerome Williams, they say, pushed off. And Williams will pick up the foul.
The Knicks will pay for their transgressions as they are in the penalty now.
Trevor Ariza comes in for Tim Thomas.
Let's take a look at Williams. Right there, very subtle, but they got him with the push in the back, so Jackson's at the line.
Jackson was smart and a little overly dramatic on what was a mild push, but a push nonetheless. That's why he's at the line. Jackson hits it. Our American Express Atlantic Division standings. Sixers now just a half game back of the Celtics. Philly has a pretty good schedule the rest of the way. Meanwhile, the Knicks still in last place in this Atlantic Division. But again, because of the way the division is,
3 wins, you could be in first.
Right, 3 wins. Well, 3 wins, and you're right back in the thick of it. They're 5.5 out, and the players keep telling themselves that even though the record is poor, they've gone through a brutal stretch, that they still have to play for a chance to get in the playoffs. Philly, meanwhile, on a 12-2 run as Hardaway knocks down the jumper. And something's wrong with the shot clock.
A good continuity by the Knicks continue, albeit they have an eclectic group of Knicks in the game now, but efficiency still remains.
Knicks with 7 assists on their 9 field goals.
See, Iverson is also tireless. He averages 42 minutes a game. And right now, the point guard requires a lot of energy bringing the ball up the court, which he's been doing.
Second in the NBA in that department. A little fake.
Yeah, good help that time. 3 Knicks smothering him to force the turnover.
And he moved his pivot foot. See, that was... Now, he does shoot a lot, but that was when we had 4 Knicks around him, and he still shot the ball.
See right there, they all started helping out. Obviously, the coach had told them to focus on Iverson.
3 Knicks around, not 4. Ariza gets in there. For the reason not coming off the bench. Good feet inside. Pretty pass from Hardaway. And Marbury now with 8 points.
Iverson, among the leaders in steals, sometimes he loses his man looking to make a steal. So that time, Stephon was open.
He's 3rd in the NBA in steals, although spoke with Dick Carter, the assistant coach and the defensive guru. He said Iverson has really made some nice strides defensively this year. Nice feet inside again. Iverson just beating the Knicks off the dribble time and time again. Shot clock turned off. Ariza, Jerome Williams just gets it off in time, blocked by D'Alembert, and that will end the first quarter.
D'Alembert, their intimidator at 6'11". So that time denying the junkyard dog on his opportunity along the baseline.
I really can't stay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I've got to go away.
Baby, it's cold out there.
This evening has been
hoping that you
so
drop in.
very nice.
I'll take your hands, they're cold as
I ought to say no, 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 sir. At least I'm gonna say that I tried.
What's the sense of hurting my pride?
I really can't stay.
Baby, don't hold out.
Oh, but it's cold.
Now there's something to relieve stress, put a little strut in your step, and add years to your life. It will improve your outlook and where you look out, too. It's the New York Lottery. Side effects include incredible happiness, a constant feeling of well-being, and an increased desire to jump up and down shouting, hooray, hooray. Ask your accountant if more money is right for you. Do not operate heavy machinery. Have someone do it for you. So play the New York Lottery. You won't feel like your old self again.
All shave gels are full of soap, and soap can leave your skin dry and irritated. Introducing Gillette Complete Multi-Gel, the only shave gel without soap, so you get healthy-looking skin. This is more than shave gel. This is skincare for a man. Gillette Complete Multi-Gel.
Introducing the all-new compact Mercury Mariner with intelligent 4-wheel drive and V6 power. Mariner is everything you want in an SUV, only condensed. The smartly equipped Mercury Mariner starts at an introductory price under $22,000.
Knicks basketball brought to you in part by New York Lottery. You can't live the dream if you don't play the game. Get your lottery ticket today. By Canon Business Solutions, your source for document management. And by your New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Second quarter set to begin. Knicks and Sixers tied at 23. Harlem Globetrotters returning to the Garden this Friday to perform the world's greatest basketball show. See all the trick shots in the comedy. For great seats, visit the Garden box office or call Ticketmaster. The Knicks jumped out to an 8-point lead. The Sixers led by Allen Iverson bouncing back. Iverson with 10 to lead Philly. Marbury with 8 to lead the Knicks.
The Knicks bench must be instrumental tonight. Obviously, the Knicks played last night, so the bench must step up and give the starters a rest.
Aaron McKee and Brian Skinner come in for the first time for the Sixers. Marbury. Ooh, not even close. An air ball by about a foot.
Yep, he was only shooting because he was open, never really focused on the shot.
The tendency, especially if you're a scorer, a scoring point guard, when you play Iverson, is try to match him. And sometimes a good defense against him is to make him work at the other end of the floor. But you also have to take your shots in the flow.
Jackson duping baseline.
Nice move from Jackson off the dribble.
Yeah, he's a big dude, 6'10", 255. He's had a lethal touch since being inserted into the game.
He's got 10 points already, and he's only played 9 minutes. Baker double team. Finds Ariza. I don't know where he saw him from there. Ariza almost had it blocked. Still got a shot off, and Skinner the rebound.
Trevor has to take the 6-foot shot. He was open, looking to penetrate closer.
Skinner just got off the injured list. Nice backup player for them.
Look out.
Iguodala scores.
You saw the Knicks standing there. No one got in his way.
So a big turnaround after the Knicks were up by 8. 12-point turnaround. They trail by 4. Marbury kicks it out.
They shut down the paint, but the perimeter shots are there. The Knicks have to look for them.
And an offensive foul call against Vin Baker, pushed off. Good defense from Brian Skinner. Baker picks up his first.
And McKee's in there too. McKee's also a good defender. So what the Sixers are doing now, folks, shutting down the paint area, forcing the Knicks to the perimeter. So the Knicks are still forcing the ball inside. They must take the baby jumpers on the perimeter.
Baker sits Kurt Thomas, who picked up 2 quick fouls and sat down after 5 minutes. He's back in.
Conversely, on this end, the Knicks must shore up their defense. Iverson continues to penetrate inside.
Iverson.
3 seconds. There he goes again, baseline, breaking down the D.
Inside, Skinner can't hit it. Tip won't go. Fight for it. And Jerome Williams comes out of the pack. Kurt Thomas drills the jumper. Kurt Thomas' second field goal.
Yeah, Kurt had 2 quick fouls, folks, in the first quarter, relegated to the bench. So they missed his mid-range jumper, which has become a lost art in today's NBA game.
Skinner poked away and picked up by Hardaway. Nice play, Jerome Williams. He made the initial deflection, and Marbury gets inside.
Yeah, that was a little tenacity on the defense. Williams with the good hands.
And they're going to call a blocking foul. Very close to a travel that time on Iverson. Except Hardaway picks up the foul. That's his first.
At the last minute, Penny moved, and he was not stationary. Watch at the last moment, he's going to move. See right there into Iverson's way. That's why he's charged with the foul.
Iverson gets in the paint again and puts it in. Iverson getting in the paint without any problem whatsoever.
See, and they've taken that away from Stephon. Watch this. See, they're triple teaming him, but he still makes the shot.
Marbury doing the same thing. He's getting in the paint without any problem. Both point guards doing a great job offensively, but neither stopping each other. And there's a kick. Is it a foul kick? It's going to be Kurt Thomas's 3rd foul, and he's hot. So he's going to have to sit down probably for the rest of the half. Well, he's hot initially. He's got a smile on his face. It's more of that frustration smile. So Tip Thomas back in.
Kurt said they don't like me. Let's see. Well, it shouldn't have been a foul. He was just faking it.
And Iverson kind of forced the contact on that time. That was not a kick.
Right. Back door.
Marbury got a piece of the arm.
So Steph has to see the ball and see his man simultaneously. And that time he only saw Iverson, and then the backdoor play was able to work along the baseline.
So Iverson to the free throw line. He took 27 in the game on Saturday. And you see Tracy McGrady leading the NBA in minutes played. Iverson, former Celtic Antoine Walker, of course with Atlanta. And Marbury, 6th right now in the league.
So not an aberration for Iverson. Perennially, he's among the leaders in minutes played.
Now this year, shooting-wise, as Josh Davis comes into the game, Iverson shooting 41% from the field. He's 29% from 3 and 82% from the free throw line.
But also averaging 7 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. So not just an offensive threat, a very versatile.